Hello everyone, how are you? Hope all is well. Hope you and your families are doing okay. Have you ever heard the term, do not argue with idiots? They will so confuse you and still win in the end. Because arguing with idiots is a lot to tangle with. Just remember, the world is full of them, distributed strategically, so you got to meet at least one each day. So guys, have you ever heard a story yet somehow it just don't sit well, as you just feel like the story is incomplete and something is just totally off? Well, this is one of them stories. Well, missing principal of Herbert Morrison Technical High School in St. James, Paul Adams, has been found, and we are very happy that there was no fatalities, because based on how Jamaica is going right now, as soon as someone is missing, your heart starts to skip a beat and you start to think what could possibly be the outcome. However, this one was a very good outcome. Very controversial, but very good outcome. Just remember guys, as I always tell you, nothing is ever what it seems in Jamaica. You have to listen with an open mind and a very acute common sense to what people are saying. Because a lot of people just seems to think that they can flip any old story on you and you suck it up without even thinking if it makes sense. So Paul Adams, the principal of the Herbert Morrison Technical High School, was reported missing between St. James and going home to St. Elizabeth on Sunday evening. He is a former JTA president. The news was widely spread that Adam has been missing, and he has been the principal of the Herbert Morrison High School from 2002. He has also served as JTA president from 2001 to 2002 and again in 2011 to 2012. While the school was rattled by his disappearance, there was no interruption to the school's operation. He being missing caused worried response from the education sector, as his colleagues, current and past students, the JTA body appealed for help in locating Adams. Adams was eventually found less than 24 hours later and was relieved and grateful for the outcome. He said he thanked God to be alive and breathed a sigh of relief to how the situation unfolded, he said in a press release. However, Adam is tight-lipped about details of his ordeal. According to Adams, he said he was not scared, because if you're scared, you can't fight. Last night I saw me sit down under a tree. I don't know which part of the gully me there. He further stated that his feet were swollen because he ran barefoot on the gravel. He was also groggy during his ordeal. Adams said he picked up a man and a woman, and it was the pretty girl that made him stop. He further stated after picking up the two, the pretty girl touched his nose and said, "You have a nice big nose," and he doesn't know what happened next. The funny thing about all this is that there was no ransom demand, there was no abductors held, no major injuries. But you know the regular protocol, he was taken to the hospital for minor injuries that he could have gotten from bucking his toe and falling in the bushes, or as he said, he was running on stones, that's why his foot was swollen. However, there is social media post showing Adam Silver Suzuki served in a butcher dish, as well the principal profusely thanking God and a strong contingent of police that rescued him. Now, one of the questions I would ask, what did they rescue him from? However, his story about the whole ordeal, well, at least the information that he gave, that he picked up a man and a pretty girl, but didn't know what happened after she passed her hands over his nose, and how much she commented that he have nice big nose. Let me repeat. He said he picked up a man and a pretty girl. That is to say, he was distracted by her beauty. The reason why he stopped, he said, was because of the pretty girl. Well, of course, he could not say he stopped because of an ugly girl, as that would take away from the reason why he really stopped. Although he could just say he stopped and picked up a man and a woman, I guess that would not be enough to emphasize the distraction. Then to top it off, she said, "You have a nice big nose," while passing her hands over his nose. I swear that fright gives you the most incredible stories. Only in Jamaica. Well, I guess one could say a man of his caliber, if he was to have a moment lapse and the stress of work, family life, and was to find comfort in the arms of a young yet beautiful Jamaican good old woman and got carried away in the moment, never sleep out ever, no excuse under the sun why he has not been home all night, wife not believing he could ever sleep out and have never done so before to her knowledge, would have already called out the whole military force by daylight the next morning. As based on how Jamaica is right now, we could not have taken any check. But for him, when the reality hit after the fun done, the most scary thing is facing your wife of umpteen centuries to explain why you never come home last night. It would be much easier to put an elephant through the eyes of an eagle than to face wifey and your other colleagues. But of course, wifey is the biggest fear of them all, who is already worried, already out looking for you. Anything is better than facing that dilemma, as there could be so much to lose if that was ever the case. But the case he put forward was he gave a beautiful young lady and a man a lift, and she admired his nose, and he fell unconscious to what happened next. So, was anything taken? Was his account robbed? Is anything missing? This is big thing. No ransom, no ask for no money, no life-threatening bruises either. Well, obviously, she never wanted his vehicle, as it was found in a liquor ditch, minor thing. So the only appealing thing that they needed was his nose. So the best way to get to the nose, she rendered him unconscious just to get moments with his nose. Well, sir, take a picture of that nose and put it in a gallery. It will fetch you some good money, 'cause that got to be some special nose. All I know is that this is the winning nose for 2024. I am telling you, January and February 2024, let me scared of March, because it is not taking no day off. You can't even get to cry cree. I simply just can't manage 2024 right now. It was also said He was last seen at a bar between Garland and Springmount in St. James en route to St. Elizabeth, and after that he was reported missing. However, Adams was found in an area known as Brothers Retreat less than 24 hours after being missing. Could it be he had had one too many drinks? And that is how the distraction for the nose came about. Time have a way of just going too fast. Next thing you know is daylight. How do you handle a situation like that with the wifey? I do hope the powers that be find these abductors and charge them with bodily contact for being attracted to this man's nose. One of the most amazing things about this story is we are thanking God that the story could have been different, and we are very happy. Despite how the story turned out, we are very happy that he is home with his family, he is safe, he is sound. This is one of the very good, missing, humorous stories, and I'm very happy with that. They say nothing that don't cost life, don't cost anything. I'm glad that he's okay. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.